This is the 2015 Moto G. Starting at $179, this is a pretty awesome smartphone. But what sets it apart from every other budget Android device out there? Let's take a look. I'm Ben with iTechTriad, and this is our video review of the 2015 Moto G. So to start off, I want to mention that I used the 2015 Moto G for about 2 weeks on Cricket Wireless. I used the base $179 model with 8GB of storage and 1GB of RAM. So that said, let's talk about the hardware. The 2015 Moto G brings a very familiar design that's very similar to many of Motorola's past devices. The device is completely made of plastic and the back panel is removable. The back panel is also textured and that provides tons of grip. You can even swap colors with ease with a Moto shell, which you can pick up from Motorola for about $15. Now, even though this device is completely plastic, it still feels very solid on the hand and does not feel at all like a budget device. Another note about the hardware is that it is water resistant, at least a little bit. Don't expect to take it swimming or anything like that, but a drop in a puddle or a splash shouldn't cause any issues. On a side note to the hardware, you can now fully customize the Moto G 2015 in Moto Maker. You can choose the accent colors, the rear panel color, and even memory and storage inside. In terms of software, the Moto G runs Android 5.1.1 out of the box, and even on the base model, it runs great. There's little to no lag, and most apps run without any issue. You'll certainly notice issues from time to time, but overall it's a pretty solid experience. There's also a variant with an extra gigabyte of RAM and double the storage for an additional $40. Now, if the included 8GB or 16GB doesn't prove to be enough storage, you can easily insert a microSD card to provide a little bit of extra breathing room. The display on the 2015 Moto G is a 5-inch 720p LCD panel that is pretty good. For the price point, it's not bad at all, but viewing angles are just a little bit underwhelming. On each side of the display there are speaker grills, and while the speakers on this phone are front-facing, there's actually only one of them. The other one is an earpiece. Now, so far, the 2015 Moto G seems like a very solid phone for the price, but we haven't even touched on the most impressive parts. First, the battery life. While every other flagship this year has had subpar battery life, the 2015 Moto G blows them all out of the water. Long story short, I'm pretty sure it's impossible to kill this phone in a single day. While I haven't quite been getting the insane 6 hours of screen on time other reviewers have been getting, I have easily been getting 3 to 4 hours over even 2 days of use. Standby time is even more insane, but I'll leave that conversation for another time. Another very impressive point on the 2015 Moto G is the rear camera. On the back is a 13 megapixel sensor, which, while not the best out there, is by far the best camera you're going to get at this price point. There's simply no question about that. Motorola even says that this is a slightly improved version of the camera sensor that was found on the Nexus 6, and shots are indeed very comparable. So overall, is the 2015 Moto G a phone worth buying? Now, if you're going to get the base model, yes, so much yes. It's an awesome phone. However, if you're planning to get the upgraded $229 model, then I kind of hesitate to say yes to that. For just an extra $20 over that, you can get a phone like the Alcatel One Touch Idol 3, which has a bigger display, better speakers, and faster processor. So if you're considering that model, I'd weigh your options first. Overall, there's little to complain about on the 2015 Moto G. It's a very solid phone, and for the price, it is definitely worth checking out. Now that's going to go ahead and wrap up our review of the 2015 Moto G. If you have any questions about the device, leave them in a comment down below. Also be sure to check out our written review of the 2015 Moto G for more information and full-size camera samples. Now, as always, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button down below and also subscribe for more videos just like this one. As always, a huge thank you for watching this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.